Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Oracle Apex Tutorials, and in today's video we are taking a new project. We are starting a new project, a real world project, which we have promised in our LinkedIn group. So I will quickly show you over here. You can see over here we put this post 6 days ago, and over there we have announced that we will start a new series where we will go through and build a real world Oracle Apex project. And after thinking a lot about what project we have to take, I get into a point where I think POS system is a very you can say very rich project where we can take all the Oracle Apex findings, component, how to use it. So POS is something which really help us to understand how Oracle Apex works, and also understand us how basically we can use the component into Oracle Apex. Either it can be APIs or interactive report, grid, the flow, workflow, UI, everything we can do in this POS project. And this is the best real world project we can start now. Uh, so over here I have created a well-defined PPT for this project to start with. And as you can see, we have posted this poster 6 days ago, uh, but we have taken a lot of time to create a PPT over here, because the reason is I don't want to just start a project in the name of development. I have to take it very professionally. I want all the new learners over here, they should focus on how actually enterprise project has started, what are the starting point, what are the starting discussions goes around. Development is something which is the last part, but before that, how we create a structure, how we define a structure, how we think about the project, everything over here. So we have created a proper documentation, and I want you all to understand how actually at a senior level the discussion goes around about the project. First of all, we frame the project in our mind, in documentation, everywhere, and the development come at the last stage. And from this project you will understand how professional project is created step by step. And I want you all to follow the same path in your future project as well. If you are a learner, or even though you are an intermediate, you don't have any systematic approach in your project, in your organization, you can start from your own. And this will help you a lot in your future. As a 7+ year of experience in Oracle Apex, I understand the requirement on this one, because when you take this in the front of client, in front of management, they are really impressed by your finding. They will very impressed by how you start your project from scratch with a proper definition of each and every step. So I will take you around with that one. But before that, we have also uh, launched our Oracle Apex tutorial Facebook page as well. So all the learners around the world who are interested and want to learn Oracle Apex, they can also join our Oracle Apex Facebook page. And over here I will on a regular basis I will create some important tips and trick videos which you might not see in your LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is something a professional platform. For over here we can be a little bit informal, we can talk, we can chat around. So I want you all to come here. You will get all the resources, all the videos link over here as well, but you will get more insight about how actually development goes around. So please join this. And also quickly want to take you through this specific analytic over here. So we can see most of our learners haven't subscribed yet. You can see not subscribed is almost 85%, and subscribe a little bit. So I really want to thank the subscribers over here, but I want all of you to subscribe to our channel and get our latest videos. So starting with the PPT over here from the last video. So yeah, over here we will start from here. So I will quickly start this PPT without taking much time. So I will go to slide, start from the beginning. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. So over here, I think most of you are thinking why we are taking a PPT and why we are not going directly into our development. But try to understand one thing over here. Development is the last stage. is a last point where you goes into the ground. It's just like a battle. You go in the battle in the last stage. Before that, you will create a structure, you create a framework, you create everything on paper, and then only you goes to the development. And this is a real professional way of doing any project. So I want you all the learners to understand this, and it will really help you in the future. So starting with this one, why real project work? Why real world Oracle Apex POS? Because it's not just a demo or basically a sample project. It's a real world project built for real Indian electronics retail shop. So it will focus on a real, you can say, electronics retail shop, basically POS, but you can also change it according to your requirement for any, even though out of the India as well, you can use it for your own purpose. The ultimate goal is to understand all the corners of Oracle Apex, and I thought this will be the best approach to do so, covering all the actual business workflow. When I'm saying the actual work flow, in that sense is when you talk about creating any application, you have to understand the fundamental of that business. So talking about an electronic retail shop here, you have to understand how GST is calculated, how what is CSGST, what is IGST, what is HSN numbers for each and every product by the government, how invoice is created. So you have to understand the fundamentals of that business as well. Coding is the last thing, but you have to understand how it actually works. Then we have designed the way real client project are built. So we will create this project in such a way it will be a professional and a project where it's for a client. We are not taking it just for a name of purpose, just a purpose of creating something out of it. It will be the real client project, you can say, and focus on thinking, architecture, and design. So with this project, my main agenda is to start a conversation with the learners where they think first, create architecture, create a flow chart, create a data structure, take a decision. Coding is the last thing I am saying again and again. Why? Because I want to initiate that capacity of your mind where you think before coding. You have to think before how you actually create this application, what will be the architecture, everything goes in your head. And handle real case scenario. I already told you about GST, dues, EMI, returns, inventory, everything. We have to take care of this one over here. uh, then we will help learners to move from Apex basics to production mindset, because up to now we have just focused on the basics of Apex and everything over here, but now we have to bring something meaningful on the table. So it will be a production mindset where we'll create some real world project. Then end-to-end architecture and delivery flow, Oracle Apex POS project. So business flow and requirement. We have, so I told you that whenever you goes under any project, don't think about just SQL queries, PL SQL. First of all, you have to understand the mindset of business, how actually it works, what is sales, what is refund, what is you can say cashier manager or two different login, what is a parent child relationship between the companies, what are the sub companies over there. Talked about some particular e-commerce website, we're talking about what are the GSTs, what are the income tax over there, what are the returns you have to file, how invoice will goes to the system and to the government portals as well with the API. So everything you have to understand from that perspective. Then data model and core architecture, define main tables. So when we start creating this project, we don't create tables at a runtime. We will create the entire data structure at the starting. Might be in some cases here and there we will create some tables, but we will create all of the 80% or 90% of table earlier only, because that's come under a data structure. Data structure needs to be created before the development has gone, basically before the application is created. So that way we will do it. Then set relationship between the data. We will use the foreign keys, we will use the primary keys. What we don't let our tables to be break in some of any of the cases. Ensure data saves correctly and safely. We will also create a backup table as well. So when user delete or update, it should goes to the backup table, so we have a log of what is changing. Application workflow and processing, define step by step sales flow, connect required system and API. I told you, handle errors and retries property, because in many cases we see, I have seen also, and you have also seen that uh, some of the applications shows the error developer perspective, like some foreign key issue, primary key issue, or something like that one. But from a user perspective, I don't know what is that. So we have to change that problem or whatever the error into a human readable information, so user can understand what is the problem, actual problem. So that way, then we will talk about UI UX and front end discussion. So in our last video we have talked about why UI UX is very important for any applications. You can go back and check that video, I will show you over here. So this is a video you can see over here, how to improve UI in Oracle Apex step by step. And we are also launching another video for that one where we will show you practically how to do it. So you can go through this video and understand the fundamentals of UI, why UI is important, and why the importance is growing day by day. Uh, yeah. Then when we're talking about a UI and front end of any application, and over here as well, the POS we are talking about, we have to make sure we don't think it like first we complete the development and then we will think about UI. No, we don't do that. We will take a parallel approach. We will give the same importance to UI as we are giving with the front end or back end as well. UI is equal to front end, basically the back end. So front end and back end both are at a same level. We cannot push anything up and anything low. And also real world case scenarios handle partial payment in EMI. So in many of the application we have seen we have given an option of Visa and MasterCard, but in some of the specific countries we have the EMI options, we have a UPI options, we have a partial payments and other option as well. So we have to do that as well. Also in some of the cases you have seen from a local shops over there, some of the clients have a credit given to their uh, basically buyers, and also some of the buyers have a pending payment from the last process basically. So if they have to pay the rest of the money, how they can do it, what is the provision for that one. So we have to think about that one as well. And then we have deployment and audit evolution, basically when we create an application, how we would deploy it, and also how easy it is for admin and the cashier to understand the day sales, the monthly sales, the yearly sales. So how fastly he can see all the informations. So we have to think about that one as well. We will take that as consideration. Then we have over here Oracle Apex POS development process. So step by step you can see over here. Step first is plan and gather requirement. So I told you before starting any application you are starting, even though a small application you are starting with, always create a process first. Don't jump into a development. First plan it in your head, because when you do it repeatedly, when you go to the higher level management level, you will see your mentors, your seniors, your management teams, they don't code, they don't write anywhere, they think everything on their mind, how actually application will look like, how architecture will look like. So this is the power of how you again and again thinking from your mind and understand the structure. As soon as someone is telling you the requirement in your head, you are planning the screens out there how the application will look like. So at the same time when you're getting information and you are processing in your head, so that's the main thing. You have to increase your thinking power. So we will plan it, we will gather all the requirement, understand POS business model, we will go to the in depth about that business, identify the key user roles. So when we are creating a users, we have to understand the approach of the users, how they are. We don't have to generalize all the user into a same format. Define, so as much as information you have at the initial stage related to that business model or application, it will help you in the long run. Then we have design POS architecture, design database and data structure, define workflows, plan UI. Talking about this database structure over here, I have seen in many of the learners application in their database, they have given a name like if I give you a generic example over here. So So, oh yeah. So if you go any of the applications of beginners, you will find out they are not using a proper format how actually database should look like, and database column should look like. So if they have to create any column, they will write it as first name. Yeah. So and they will give it a data type varchar 2. Okay. So that's it they have given, but this information is only present in your object browser on your database. But as a new developer in your project, I don't know what is the data type of this first name. So I have to go to that respective database column, basically table, and to see there. So this is a problem. Why are you not defining your data type at the time of creating a column? So what will be the approach over here is we will use VC, yeah, this way. So this way, at a first point of view, I can understand this column is a varchar type. At the same time, if I have something related to employee ID and it is of type number, so rather than calling it just a employee ID and I don't know what it is actually a data type, it's a varchar or number or something like that one, I will make it as NU. So all of our columns will be defined in this format only, where we understand that this is a number type, this is a varchar type, this is a date format. Everything should be over there. So it will help you in the long run as well. Also talking about over here is whenever you create any data tables over there, at that time we have information that we have to create a first name, last name, employee ID, or whatever. But we have seen that the professional developers, what they do is they create some of the you can say extra column in their database. So what they do is they will make it as NU field 1, then they will use VC field 1, likewise DT field 1. So likewise they do that, and they give the thing about the scalability of the table. So in future might be we have to alter a table basically and create some new fields, and if the fields are not that much relevant just to store our data over there, so we can use this already created columns in our table. So this is something you can think is as a emergency columns which we have created early only. Don't create that much like 5 or 10, just create one only. So NU field 1, VC field 1, DT field 1, these are the extra one we will use in future if required for any non-important columns. If something is very important and has a relevance, then we will alter the table and create the table. So these are the basic fundamentals we have to understand before creating any table or columns. And same approach we have to take for the uh, application as well, or basically the table as well. So if I'm creating a table with the like employee information, so this is a table we have. But if you see from the bigger perspective, you are creating a table under a schema. Under a schema you are creating this one, then we have different schema as well, and might be in that schema we have 5 applications. We can have application with the employee information, then we have like I can give you over here. So we might have applications like employee, then we have a different application like inventory, then we have the sales. So all of this application have their respective table as well. So if this employee has 20 tables, likewise it has uh 16 and it has 25 tables. So all of this table will come under a single schema only. And over here if I have a employee information table which is from this employee application, and we have same table from this inventory table as well, so it might create a confusion over here. So to remove this confusion over here, we will use a prefix of a project. So you can use over here is, don't use exactly employee as well, but you can use some of the reference like em. So all of our tables of employee will start with the EM now. So as soon as I have to migrate this application or to send export of my application to someone with a data type or basically data structure, I will just search EM underscore and I will get all the tables related to that particular project only. So this is the approach. So that's why I'm telling you right now, think before you create. First think, create a structure. Development will come at the last stage. Yeah, so we'll close it. Yeah, then we'll move forward with the develop and integration. So once we have all the planning done, we have all the structure ready. Also plan UI, UX and the front end architecture. I will tell you how to do it in the next video, in the next slide. But we will start as soon as we have POC architecture is almost ready. We will think about the UI. How should it look like? What will be the structure of that one? We have to think about that one as well. So I will tell you how to do it. And then we have step 3, develop and integrated. Now we have all the informations. We have architecture of UI and the front and the backend as well. Everything is well defined. Then we can jump into a development phase. So over here we will build and connect Apex component, implement basic logic, integrate external APIs. So over here as well, you can see over here in development and integration part as well. When we start development, we don't start development from the scratch in the page level. First of all, we think of application as so I will discuss this in a UI UX new video which will be coming after this video, but I will give you a little bit relevance over here. So when we start with the development, we have to understand one thing. In our application we might have buttons. For sure we have a buttons over there. Then we have page items. Page items can be of different type as well. Then we have fields over there. So we have different small components over there which will be used in a generic way in entire application. So we have to understand how our primary button should look like, how our secondary application button should look like, how our disable button should look like, how our warning pop-up should look like, how should our success message should look like. These are the structural thing which will be create into a template level, which we will define early before the development is started. Everything should be defined already. So I will show you over here just an example. So if I want to create a new slide over here, what I will do, I will click over here, I will click into a new slide. So as soon as I click on the new slide, you can see automatically Ravindra Thapliyal is over here. We have a design over here, padding, margin, everything is there. And now I have to put a content over here. So why is happening? Because in the starting of this PPT as well, in the main global level, we have defined this structure already. So now our 50% of work has been eliminated from the page level itself. So you can see over here, we have just have to create. Think of this as an Apex as well. So when we have all the components like buttons and text field, every template has been created already. So all we have to just call that button template and use it. So in this way, in entire application, every button will look same in terms of primary buttons which are majorly used. Then we have secondary buttons which might use a little bit less in the application. Then we have disable button. So whenever user will jump from one application to another application, he will see all of the buttons are of same size, same format, same design. So it will give a sense of the similarity in entire application. And I will take you in detail in the next video, but try to understand one thing over here. When we create any application, don't think of it as a I will create something on a page level, I add some CSS, inline CSS to create my buttons. Don't think of that one. First of all, think it from a largest perspective, that I will create application. I will first define all the minor components like buttons, text field, everything into a template or a static application file. I will define their CSS so it will remain generic and global for all the applications. Then I will go to the little bigger components like interactive reports, classic reports. Then you can think of it as some other component as well, which we use a little bit less as compared to the primary components. we will create a separate static file for that one, so that in our entire application all the interactive reports should look like same. They have a same width of columns, they have a same padding, they have a same distance, everything, they have a same structure. So from a user perspective, I don't see anything here and there. Like in this page, interactive columns are looking wider, and in the second page it looking like a narrow. No, it doesn't make a sense. It make a sense like this application is not a UI rich. So we have to do that. We have to create a static file of that one, and then we come at the upper level, which is called a global level components, like the header section. You know the navigation menu, navigation bar. Then we have footer section, and then we have a T body region. The back. So I will show you over here. I will quickly take you over. I might show you some of the things. Yeah, so I will take you to the PPT only. So think it as I'm just showing you. I will discuss about this one in detail. So yeah, so you can see over here, these are the global level, like basically global level components. So this is a header section, this is a footer section, and this is a T region. See, think of this. Yeah, this you can see the background section. This background section, you can see the color of. See, this is a white. You can say, and this is a little bit dull white. You can see, and see this all of the dull area over here in entire frame for all of the screen. It remains the same only. It's not changing. You can see the navigation menu. You can see the navigation bar over here. It are the generic one, the global one. We will create a static file for that one. It will be created under a template, and it will remain constant. It will remain same for all of the pages. So this way you understand, we have make the global component generic. We create a intermediate level component like interactive report and something like that one, uh, generic as well. And then we have also make the primary component generic as well, so it will be remain same. So in this way, when we start actual development, you understand our most of the application is generic, and user will feel that everything is same in all of the pages. And we will reduce as much as inline code in each of the pages. We will use the same process for all of the pages, and if it's very necessary, then only we use inline level. So in this way, you can control your developers, your team, and your team will follow the same approach. It's not that every developer is writing their own CSS, writing their own structure, and it's entirely disturb our application. Yeah. So then we have talked about, then test real world case scenario, test sales, return and refund. So before, so this is something which we can say a very higher level, you can say step basically, where we will see the real case, because for that one we need a proper test script. So as I told you, we don't follow any you can say non-professional approach here. We will take a professional approach, even though for test real case as well we use a proper test case testing purpose. So we'll do it later on. And then we talked about deploy and involve. So talking about that one, we have earlier as well, we have deployed it into a premises level where we stored ORDS, Apex, everything on a system and deployed it. But now as we are growing and Oracle Apex is also growing, we are not going in that route. We are not supporting that in-house development, basically deployment, because this is very, you can say, non-secure. The security issues are there, the system failures are there, so we don't have to take that risk. We will use the Oracle cloud to deploy our application, and we can access it throughout any machine we want to. So we will go with that section where we create a Oracle cloud environment, and start we will start a Oracle Apex workspace from that only. So this way we also able to understand how OCI will work, and we also understand how we can control our workspace from that OCI as well. Then we will move to, yes. So over here you can see we have created a flowchart over here. So when I started develop, when I think of this POS project, at that time I told you something. So I have understanding I have information with me. I have already created all the collected all the information over there, and then so you can see over here we have that we use the same information to create a flowchart. We use that information to properly define our approach, because when you see a text, you don't able to understand the process, the situation of that one. So it will be great approach to use a flowchart, as you all are you already learn in your graduation how flowchart are created. So it's time to use that information. So what I have done is I put all the information into a systematic manner. I given that information to ChatGPT or any AI you can give, and you can tell them to create a proper flowchart to understand the information better and see where are the gaps. And also, if you're not able to find it out, tell AI to cover all the corners of POS, take it from step by step, and it will give you a proper flowchart over here. So I will quickly zoom into this flowchart so you will able to understand. So before that, I will read out something over here. So end-to-end POS flow from sales invoice report, support from quick POS, normal billing, customer management, inventory auto update, multiple payment, cash, UPI, card, EMI, proper return credit, professional A4 GST invoice. So I will tell you related to this one, what are the proper GST invoice. So we have two ways to do it. Either we can create a small invoice, which you see in many of the retail shops. If you go to any shops, you will see a small slip over there. But we are working on A4 size label, which will be called through a printer. We will use a printer, physical printer. And for that small slip, I forgot the name of that one, but that small slip have a its different printer, a small printer you can say, to showcase that one. But our requirement is to create something professional out here, so we'll use a A4 size print. And over here I will tell you how to create a invoice. So most of you might not know about the HTML, CSS that well, and they don't know how to create a basically invoice over here. So we will create that invoice as well. So I will quickly, yeah, magnify this one. Yeah. So yeah, so over here you can see POS system overview for electronic shop in India. You can take it as a generic for entire world. So POS dashboard, quick POS billing. Then we will go with the start sale and invoice. Then we have this option over here, customer management, add product, payment options. So add product is something which will come under a cashier, or you can say admin level. Then we have search existing customers. So take it as if uh, if you are an existing customer, so then you don't have to start a new billing system over here. You can just add, call that customer only, and we will see how much pending you have, the payment or credit, or how much already you have paid. So every information will come under that one. Add new customer, so search existing one or add new customer. Then we have scan search item, select quantity and discount. So if you want to add a product over here for that particular invite new order, you can scan it. We have a particular machine to scan it out, or we can select quantity and discount. So over here we don't take that approach of scanning it, because we need a physical device for that one. But in the later phase, once we complete this project in an enhancement level, we will use it and try to bring the scanner as well. But over here we will select it physically, manually. Then we have a payment option over here, the cash payment. Then we have a UPI or card payment. Then we have a old dues collection, because if you see over here, I have an existing customer, and last time he paid me half payment, the partial payment of his product. So there are some dues for that one for sure. And this time he told me that he will do a complete payment of new product, as well as he will pay me the dues as well. So I have to bring all the information into that one. So either what we can do is we can create a invoice for the new product, and also we create a separate invoice for the old dues. So this way we can do it. Either we can consolidate it into a same invoice. So likewise, you can see in your local shops, they have written down something over there that this much money is left, and the next time they just add it up and print it out. So we can take the both the approach, whatever works best. Then we have pending dues, previous balance, EMI processing. So then we have an option of EMI as well, because I have gone to the ground level and I have seen that there is a mainly EMI processing, EMI option as well, and many of the customers are taken this approach. They are taking some computers, they are taking some TVs of 50,000 or 60,000 or might be 1 lakh rupees, and they are putting with the EMI. So we have to calculate the EMI for that one. Also we have to put a interest, so we have to show all the informations how much you have to pay. Then we have a prepare invoice print layout. You can read it out once over here, what we have taken. See that inventory update. So as soon as we are adding a product, inventory should be updated. It should not be like that we have added a product and inventory is not updated. It should be updated. Return and cancellation. So in such a way, if we have already created an invoice and sales has been done, inventory has been updated, the next day the customer came back and he returned the order. He returned the order because it's under a warranty period or exchange, you can say, or a return date. So he just given it back. So now we have to update the inventory. We have to update our all the tables with the return, sales return, basically you can say. In your ERP system we to call it as sales return. Then we have a finalized invoice, EMI processing, inventory update. So you can see, you can read out entire chart over here, basically the flow chart over here, and understand it. And if you find out any issues on this one, if you find out that we need to add something over here, you can put your comments, your feedback on this one over here in the comment section. I will take it up and we will add that as well, because this is a combined project, you can say. I will take your feedbacks, I will understand from your perspective as well. Then we have ad hoc invoice, a quick sale. So sometimes what happen is, there are so many customers all around, and might be sometimes system not work that well with some of the conditions. So we have to add a ad hoc invoice which will be a quick sales at the time. So we have to introduce that one as well. And once the sales has been done with the ad hoc invoice, it should update the main table as well. So what here you can see. Then we have start sales PDF report. So this is a main important part which we can say over here is GST reports, sales summary, stock report, EMI outstanding. So everything should be on the report format, and the cashier will be able to understand it well. And year end processing, audit, setting up admin and control port. So this all of things are very important, and I told you again and again, and I will repeat it again. UI UX is very important, because understand this thing from this this flowchart itself. If you see this flowchart over here, from a person who is non-technical, a business person, this itself a very complex one to understand. Okay, but now when we create a application out of this one, how many tabs we have, how many section we have. We don't want that when cashier come into the application he find out lost over there. He find out that it will be great if he can do this into a Excel sheet or somewhere else on a paper or pen. It will be easier for him. We have to bring the less effort of that particular cashier and make sure the things are organized very well, which are very useful and very immediate to use, should be on the front end, on the on you can say on the first eye view, and the rest would be on the later one. So we have to understand this, and we will see step by step about that one. Then we talked about the UI. So you have seen over here, I will quickly, yeah. So over here what I have done is, once I have all the information with me, I have used this information and put it into a chat GPT and get a flowchart of that one. Once I have a flowchart of that one, I use that flowchart along with the information I have to create this uh, design of my application, the initial design, you can say. It's not something which you can see over there data is very garbage, or just here and there the data is, but I just want to see how my application should look like at least. So I give all that information, and ChatGPT has done for me. So he created up, you can see the Figma design over here, and it looked great. It looked great from the first eye view, and might be we will change it with some other options. But my perspective is that when we haven't started the application till now, you can see we haven't gone to the workspace or anything over here, but we how much information we have all the direction for our application. We have a flowchart ready, we have a screens ready, you can see with the Figma designs. And this all thing we have done with the help of our, you can say, the processing power, the mind we have. Don't rely some too much on others. Try to understand things. Try to first create the entire application in your mind itself. Use AI, then use this information, create a proper flow chart to understand it well, then create a same Figma design as well. So you can see up to this level, if I give this ppt, any of you as a developer, you will create this application as fast as you can, because you have all the information related to POS, and it is very easy for you to start this application now. So basic fundamentals should be strong before starting any applications. We have all the information. We need a flow chart. We need a screens to be at least to start with. So you can see over here, modern Figma level UI designs inside Oracle Apex. UI and backend designs are in parallel, not after backend. Then clean navigation with a dashboard driven workflow, keyboard friendly and cashier tab. So over here, what I have written over here is keyboard friendly. Why I'm saying this? If you go in the ground level and you see how actually people are working, they are using Excels, and over there they are relying on keyboard so much. They are clicking on tab and enter so much, you can see over there. So they don't navigate through the mouse, they navigate through the tabs. Click. So tab should be your screen should be in particular navigation menu, that if a user basically or a cashier will click on the tab button, he will be directed to that synchronized way in the application as well. It should not be a random tab calling basically. Then we have a page separation, clear database design, transaction safe. UI will involve based on the real feedback and usage. So once we have application ready, then also you can understand UI is not something related to a backend. Backend is something, a task we have, we can complete it 100%, but UI is not something which we can complete it 100%. It will always remain into a iteration process. So every time we are evolving our UI, we are evolving our UI uh, with the help of feedback, with the help of usage or a new component introduction. So it will always remain up to 98%. That 2% is always remain into a iteration process. So I will quickly take you over here, magnify. Yeah. So you can understand over here, uh, from my information and from my flow chart, I understand how my project will work. But now to visualize it, how it will look like on a screen, earlier we have to rely on designers. We have to give our all information to designers, and then they create a Figma design on that one. But now we have a AI, we have chat gpt over here. So I give my all information to chat gpt and ask them to create me 5 6 templates of my application. And AI will first of all give me all the text screen wise, and then I tell him that use a modern design POS Figma design. So now he will create it something like that one. So you can see over here we have this hamburger icon, we have a navigation bar over here, we have a navigation menu over here. Don't uh, don't focus on anything related to text over here or something alignment over here. Just focus on the higher level UI. So higher level UI you will understand is something related to that one. It should look great, how product should look like, how project management should look like. You can go through All of the screens, I will share this ppt with you all in our LinkedIn group as well, and I want you all to go through this ppt step by step, understand the approach, and understand how actually professional development has been done or started. Don't focus on development only, focus on the higher perspective, how you will draft entire application. So you can see over here is we have a project management. You guys might be thinking that why I'm drinking this is a black coffee, guys. So I suggest you, all the developers who are working right now and sitting for 8 hours in a row, please take care of your health, and please don't uh, focus that much on your work only, focus on your health as well. And black coffee is very great for that one. So because I feel we all are family, we all are a family. I guide you, I'm a mentor of yours, so I want to help you in each of the aspect, either it can be UI, front end, back end, in your life as well, in your health as well. So please take care of your health as well. Then we have a payment options. So for sure we won't write our text in our application in such a way. You can see this is not a way to write any application text over here and it looks so bold over here, but this is just a higher level UI, just to visualize our screens. Then we have a complete POS system, the POS application, what we are building over here, a complete POS system, not an isolated page. You can see entire application and design for real shops. So I want you all, either you will start with this POS application or use any other application, doesn't matter, but you have to find any local shop around you. I know most of you have your friends and somewhere else, or family, have some shops or business. Just go to that one and see how they are working right now, and how you can help them to create an application, even though you are a part of any gym as well. So so as of now they might be using some manual way of entering the fees or attendance of all in the gym. You can create a simple Oracle Apex application for them to collect fees to attend for the attendance and overdue, anything like that one. So that way you will solve a real problem, not an imaginary problem on your world. Because I see many of you are creating a e-commerce website like Amazon and Flipkart. That's not something a real level, ground level problem. You have to go in the ground, search for a problem, and create even though simple application, just 3 4 pages, it's itself okay. But at least you will understand the real level when your application will work on the system of that particular client or user. You will see your application is breaking, where your concepts are failing, where your UI is failing. You will get a real level understanding. And when, if it is great, if someone use your application, and if not they will say this application is not helping me out, or some issues are there. You will understand where the gap is. You will understand that you have to improve. You will work on that one. Don't work on an imaginary application, work on a ground level application built with a scalability. So I told you over here as well, think the application on a bigger perspective. So tomorrow your application will goes into a higher level. You can say new developers will come your application, they will refine your application, they will take your application to the next level. How will they understand your logics? So you have to put a proper comment for your each and every code. Even though you are using any CSS as well, make sure you start like, if I have a page, you can see from here. Yeah, this is my page. Wait a second. So this is my page. If I'm writing down a CSS for this entire page, what I will do is, starting with the header level, I write down, wait a second. So when I'm writing a code over here, I will use something like this. You can use some other way, but I will start with header CSS start. Okay, and then you will put it like that one. Then you use the entire CSS for this header over here, and then you will call it, copy this one, and put over here. And so this way, whatever CSS you are writing over here, it will be taken as a header level CSS only. Okay. Then you will start from here. Then we have navigation CSS start, and we will, yeah. So over here. So this is a something I am saying as a starting point to add your comments. You can change it as per your convenience, whatever you like. It's up to you. But I am telling you, this is the basics of putting any application. Either it can be code, SQL code, JavaScript code, CSS code. So you have to start with the starting option or opening over here and the closing one for that particular CSS. Okay, and if you if you have a small CSS, not a huge section like, then you can create something like that one, which will be called as miscellaneous CSS. Start from here, and with the, because here we don't have a specific region, we have a combine of multiple small CSS all around. So will make it as and for each CSS we will add a comment as well. So if I have a CSS like t body, then I will written down over here what is the use of that one, why we, basically what the CSS is doing. So this way, when the new developer come into the picture, and he will easily understand that this section is for header section, this is for navigation, this is for miscellaneous, let's see into the miscellaneous. So he will understand it well, and this is called a proper KT given. So knowledge transfer is something is given on the basis of what you have created only. If you created a mess, you cannot give a KT for that one. So no one give a KT for a mass product. So you have to create a well-defined project, and then only you'll be able to give a KT to anyone else. So over here, structure the way professional apps are built. So I told you, in our application, we will take approach where we will use only a professional way of creating any application from start till the end. I don't know how much we will achieve it, but our agenda is to take that at a professional level. It might be some cases we not able to take it up, but our agenda is to take it as a professional level only. We don't take any shortcuts, we don't take something like here and there. We will, even though it will take months to create application, might be 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, up to nth month, it doesn't care about that one. But process should be professional, because once you understand this, and someone from you, the learners around the world, understand the procedure, it will help you in a long run of your career. And this is an important part. That's the important part, that you understand it and now you are taking it seriously. And let's end this with this information. So we have covered everything over here. Either it can be what is the purpose of POS, what is the flow chart of that one, what are the information we have. Also we talked about the UI as well, what are the, why we selected, why we choose this type of project. We have discussed everything out over here. And let's end it with this information. Together, let's build a better UI practice. Share real feedback. I want you all to put your comment into this video. If you have any suggestion, feedback, anything you want me to add up, let me know. Improve UI through continuous iteration. I told you UI is very fragile. CSS is very fragile, irrespective of whatever you are doing. If someone has changed it somewhere, calling your CSS class name and using an important on that one, it will impact your CSS as well. So it's very fragile. We have to understand it, and it will always remain into an iteration process. Learn from the production issues, user mistakes, and edge cases. So that's why I told you to use a real life problem solve application. Don't create something imaginary application like e-commerce, Amazon, Flipkart. It won't work. You never get a real feedback. So it will be easy to create something real world, nearby local shop application, or even though some in-house application, and where actual user will use it, you will see how actually is adapting it. Avoid shortcut or copy paste patterns that break consistency. So just in the name, on the sake of creating an application, don't use negative properties, basically negative CSS. It will break down into different applications, and copy paste will not work properly in a scalable way. Build UI that supports real users, long hours, and real pressure. So that this is very important. So whenever you're creating any application, don't think it as uh, only work for 10 or 20 user. It should be at a higher scale. Your application should be scalable and able to take up pressure. Then we have some of the community insight and responsibilities, which I want all of my learners to take it up, because we have seen subscribers, you can see over here, which are not subscribed. It only take you 2 or 5 seconds. Please subscribe to your channel and get information related to Oracle Apex. If you are a Oracle Apex developer or want to learn Oracle Apex, you can get all the information from here, and I've already shared with you in my LinkedIn group as well. You can see over here we are among the top 5 Oracle Apex channels. You can see over here. Yeah, you can see over here, if you search over here the world top 5 Oracle Apex tutorial channels, you will find out we are among the top 5. We have the top second number over here, and from the chat GPT I'm talking about, for with the Gemini, you can see we are on the third number right now. So this shows how we are growing, and I want you all to be part of this one. So I want all you to subscribe to our channel and get a most update information. Also, I have seen in my analytic over here, we have seen the participation of female coders are very low. You can see 12.3 only, whereas the female males are 87.7. So I was thinking about why we don't have that much female coders in a house. Basically, female participation is currently very low, highlighted the gap in the tech learning. So if any female coders is finding any issues related to their development, their coding, or any information, please, you can DM me, you can ask me questions in this video comment as well. We want to encourage females, to females developers basically, to be a part of the community, to lead a community. I have seen some of the very intelligent, you can see, community members, some of them in LinkedIn, which are leading community. So that's a great, and I want you all to be that much active in the community. So just ending this video over here, and I want you to please subscribe to our channel. And also, this is our LinkedIn group, you can see over here. Just join this one as well. And after this, I will uh, publish one more video on UI specific, and then we will start our project from here onwards. So see you in the next video. Thank you.